This is Scott, and it's time for a bonus episode. You've heard me talking about the raw audio episodes, and today you'll hear a full, extra raw audio episode for yourself. Here's the deal. If you like the What Was That Like podcast, you're welcome to support the show, and like a lot of podcasters, I do that through Patreon. All the details are at whatwasthatlike.com/support. There are several different levels of support, so you can do whatever you're comfortable with. But if you sign up for $5 a month, you get access to all of the raw audio episodes. At the moment, there are 27 of those, and raw audio 28 will be released later this month. What you'll hear in these episodes are actual 911 calls. There are no scripts, there are no actors or reenactments. This is real life. The actual phone calls made right then when the emergency was happening. And I'll also tell you the story that goes with it, who was involved, what happened, and how it turned out. Most raw audio episodes cover 3 different stories. So today, in this extra bonus episode, you'll hear 3 of those calls. If you decide you want to sign up and binge the other 27 episodes, you can do that at whatwasthatlike.com/support. So let's get on with today's show. Real people in unreal situations.
There is a man standing in front of me in my bedroom.
My friend has been shot.
I'm literally inside the river, and I'm inside my car.
He had told me multiple times that he was going to set himself on fire.
If you say my name or try to look at me, I'm gonna kill you.
And he was just sobbing. He said, Mom, tell me you're gonna be okay.
And I jumped on the hood of the car and I held on.
And I looked into the garage and he was hanging from the rafters.
I had somebody standing on my neck.
He's better to me dead. I want him dead.
I'm Scott Johnson, and this is What Was That Like? Nassau County, Florida, just outside of Jacksonville. This happened just earlier this month. On U.S. Route 1, there was a Dodge Ram pickup truck driven by William Hale, and there were 5 people in that truck. Also involved in this was Frank Allison, who was driving a Nissan Murano SUV. The SUV had 3 people. Multiple witnesses saw these 2 vehicles speeding, driving erratically, and brake checking each other. This is a call from one of the witnesses.
911, where's your emergency? Okay.
I'm trying to get up here.
What's going on?
You got a guy in a small SUV off the road. I mean, driving reckless, slamming on brakes in front of him. I can't get caught up. They're both hauling butt.
Do you have a tag on them?
I'm trying to get close and
okay.
No, and I mean, he's literally trying to run them off the damn road.
I have it.
A couple miles.
Did you want to leave your name or phone number?
It don't matter, ma'am. If you need me to, I can.
All right. Why do you have this in here? And I'll have a unit that's going to look out for them, okay?
Yes, ma'am. They're on the next road we were passing. They've done past it.
Okay.
I mean, he's driving reckless, ma'am. He's literally trying to run them off the dead road.
Yeah. I have a unit. He's just north of church, so he should be able to catch them.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
At some point, William, who was driving the pickup truck, pulled up beside Frank, who was driving the SUV, and told him to pull over. Frank did not pull over. Instead, the passenger in Frank's car flipped William the middle finger. Following that, a water bottle was thrown from William's pickup truck into Frank's SUV. This apparently enraged Frank, because that's when he pulled out his handgun, fired a single shot into the pickup truck, and sped off. William accelerated to go after him. Shortly thereafter, the family members in the back seat of the truck started freaking out because they realized that the bullet fired by Frank had struck William's 5-year-old daughter in the leg. William's wife then called 911 to report that her daughter had been shot.
Nassau County 911, where's your emergency?
I'm going down the road. I don't know where I'm at. This guy
what's going on?
Trying to shot my daughter.
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm going to see if I can't tell.
Somebody shot?
This guy had shot us, and he shot my daughter in the leg. We're going down the road.
Where are you?
I don't know.
Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can find you. Are you on?
We just passed the call. We just passed the call right now.
Are you still running down the road? Are you still moving? Are you still moving?
Yes. Yes.
Come on.
Okay. It's okay. Please stop.
Are you still moving? Stop.
Come.
Okay, you all right?
Ma'am, I need you to talk to me. Ma'am. What has happened?
Look,
What?
it was his road rage. Lord, please, we're stopped in front of a cop right here, but he shot my daughter in the leg first.
Who shot your daughter?
Please.
How old is your daughter?
5. Yes, sir.
And she's been shot?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. There's 2 cops here. Okay, Brianna, roll the window down. Tell him my daughter is shot. I don't give a damn about them. I need the ambulance. Where? Right here in the leg.
Okay, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hang on.
My daughter. Oh, God, both of them are going to be.
Meanwhile, William is still chasing Frank's SUV. You may have heard William's wife shouting, "I don't care about them. My daughter has been shot. I need the ambulance." But William caught up with Frank anyway, and then William pulled out his handgun and fired 7 to 8 bullets into the Nissan. One of those bullets hit Frank's daughter, age 14, who was in the back seat, causing her to have a collapsed lung. That girl's mother then dials 911.
Nassau County 911, where's your emergency?
Please help me. Please help me. Hello, I'm Nassau County.
Yes, ma'am, I need your address.
Please help me.
What is your address?
I don't know.
You don't know where you're at?
No.
Are you
It's
on?
okay, Shelby. Yes, there's a cop.
Lay down, relax. You all right?
Do you see a cop?
She's been shot. Yes.
You get shot at.
Hold on. Where at? Where are you at?
And Frank and William continued to speed down US Route 1, each of them with a daughter in the back seat who had been shot. Eventually, they saw a Nassau County Sheriff's Office patrol car and they stopped. But did either of these fathers do anything to attend to their daughter's medical emergency? No. They got out of their vehicles and started fighting. The deputy broke up the fight and notified EMS about where to come. Both of the children were transported to a nearby hospital and were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. As for Frank and William, they were both arrested, and each of them was charged with attempted murder in the 2nd degree. The sheriff made a public statement recounting what happened, and he closed with these remarks.
What is scarier? than one crazy driver with a gun. Two crazy drivers with a gun. Thankfully, no one was killed in this incident, but it could have been very easily turned out that way because two people were acting stupid and let their tempers get the best of them. There could have been two dead kids because of two stupid grown men.
Frank and William have each posted bail and are awaiting trial. Gig Harbor, Washington. Deputy Alan Myron, 49 years old, worked for the Pierce County Sheriff's Office for 11 years. By all accounts, he was good at law enforcement. There was only one complaint against him during that time, for not being courteous during a police call. Recently, he had been injured in a physical altercation with a suspect and had been working light duty for a while. He'd also been having some family problems, so his wife's father, Monty, and his mother-in-law, Sue, had come for a visit to see how they could help. But things went very wrong. Alan felt that his in-laws were just interfering in his marriage. One afternoon, Alan's 15-year-old daughter was taking a nap in the apartment above their garage. She was awakened by hearing 2 gunshots. When she got up and looked out her bedroom door, she saw her father, Deputy Alan Myron, shoot her grandmother in the chest at close range with a handgun. Alan then told his daughter to leave the apartment with him, and when they got outside, she saw her grandfather lying in the driveway. They then went back inside the main house. While they were inside the house, Sue, the grandmother, was able to get out of the garage apartment and make her way through the woods to a neighbor's house, where she collapsed in the yard. The neighbor quickly dialed 911.
911, we're reporting.
I'd like to report gunshot wound.
Someone got shot where?
Below her chest.
Okay, but where's she at? And how did this person get shot? On purpose or by accident?
On purpose or by accident? Purpose.
Okay, hold on the line for the fire department. And where's the shooter at?
I'm sorry.
Where's the shooter at?
Deputy Myron.
Lisa transferring the caller saying that there's a female that shot.
The female is shot. Her husband is shot as well.
Where at?
Where is your husband? She didn't know. She came out up the back way. I can give you the address where the shot took place.
I need to know where the patients are.
We need to know where your husband is. One patient is...
Okay, is that a house, apartment, or mobile home?
House.
Okay, your name?
Tom Stevens.
Okay, how old is she?
Ma'am, age? 67.
Okay, and is she the way she's talking to you? Is she breathing?
Yes.
Okay.
She is half sitting up, supported by one arm.
Okay, and where was she shot?
On her left side, probably a little bit upper stomach. Of like the higher part of the stomach.
What was she shot with?
What were you shot with? Some kind of a handgun.
And when did this happen?
When did this happen? Sometime in the last half hour.
Okay, in the last 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to give you some instructions here in a minute, but right now I'm going to let the police take over. Go ahead. All right, thanks, sir.
Away from the window.
Sir?
Yes.
So do you know where she was when this occurred?
Can you say the address again?
And what's the street number?
Yeah. You keep saying it's Deputy Myron's house.
Oh.
Myron.
Deputy Myron's house?
Yes.
Is she Deputy Myron's wife?
What's your relation to Deputy Myron? Mother-in-law. Man, move back towards me, please.
Okay, does she know who shot him?
Deputy Myron.
This is Deputy Myron's mother-in-law?
Yes.
And Deputy Myers shot her?
And Deputy Myron shot you? Yes.
Is this Myers or Myron?
Myron or Myron?
M-Y-R-O-N?
M-Y-R-O-N.
Okay, do we know where Deputy Myron is?
I do not.
Okay, does she?
No, she did not know. She said that she told her not to leave.
And she got away?
Yes.
Did she leave in a car on foot?
She left on foot.
And who else is shot? Her husband?
Her husband.
Okay, what about his wife?
You know about Deputy Maryland's wife? She's in Federal Way at the hospital where her daughter's a patient.
Okay, where's the father-in-law at?
She thinks that he's in the driveway.
He's in the driveway of your house?
Of their house, of Deputy Maryland's house.
Okay, so is there any way that I can talk to her?
Yeah, we can try. Here.
Hello? Hi, this is the dispatcher at the Sheriff's Department. What's your name?
Susan Mulcanen, Mulcan.
Okay, Susan, did Deputy Myron shoot you and your husband?
Yes.
Okay, where did he go?
Well, he was downstairs on the driveway arguing with his daughter.
Is he still at the house?
What?
Is he still at the house?
I don't know because I crawled through the woods and got away from there. I came over here. This is 2 houses down.
Okay, and who else was in the house with him?
Well, I was up in the apartment above the garage, and he and my husband were down in the driveway.
Okay, what name does he go by? Does he go by Alan?
Alan, yeah.
Okay. What kind of gun did he shoot you with?
Some kind of a handgun.
Do you know if there's anyone else beside your husband and Myron there?
Our granddaughter was there with me.
What's her name?
Kristen.
Kristen? Is that Alan's daughter?
Yes.
And she was in the house when you left?
She was up in the apartment with me, and then he took her outside. So they were down in the driveway.
Okay, so Alan and Kristen were in the driveway when the last time you saw them?
Yes.
Do you think that they were leaving?
I really don't know.
What kind of car does he drive?
Oh, I don't know. He has a police car, and he has kind of an older sedan.
What color is the older sedan?
Kind of a grayish.
And it's a four-door?
I think so.
Okay, where were you shot at?
Lower, like in the lower steps area.
Well, you sound like you're doing pretty good. Do you know where your husband was shot at?
I don't know, but Ellen told me he was dead. So
Ellen told you that he was dead. Okay. So Alan and your husband got in a confrontation in the driveway. He shot your husband in the driveway. Then he came up to the apartment and shot you.
Yes.
And then he took his daughter and went back outside.
They were out in the driveway arguing, and she was crying, and I'm not sure where they are now.
Okay, but the wife is not there. The wife is in Seattle, right?
She's at Federal Way.
In Federal Way. Okay, I think we have her on the phone already. You're doing a great job.
Oh, you got her on the phone? Okay.
Yeah, we have her on the phone, and I'm going to keep you on the phone. Okay, now, are there any other cars that you can remember that are parked there?
Well, our own little car was there. It's a maroon car.
Okay, where were the keys to that?
Probably in my husband's pocket.
And what kind of car is it?
Oh, like a Lumina.
And is it in the driveway?
Well, it was. I don't know if anybody left with it. Now, Ellen took my purse, which had all of my keys and credit cards, so I don't know where all that went.
Okay, Alan took your purse after he shot you?
Yes. Oh.
Now, how bad is your wound? Are you in a lot of pain?
Well, it's starting to kind of sting there. I mean, the whole body hurt at first, and then, I was having a lot of trouble breathing when I was trying to walk or crawl. I kept falling.
All right.
I'm on the floor, and yeah, it's kind of stinging there. Mostly my back hurts, so I don't know if the wound. I don't know. I don't know if it's affected my lungs or what.
Okay, it sounds like we're going to have someone over there with you in just a minute, and as soon as they can secure that house, we're going to get medical aid in there for you, okay?
Thank you.
What was going on today that set Alan off like this?
Well, they've had a very sticky situation. They've been in a kind of an abusive husband for a while, but they've had a daughter with an eating disorder with depression, and she tried to kill herself and was put into the hospital on Tuesday.
Yeah.
The children are somewhat estranged from their father, and she didn't want her father to see her. And then she was moved to another hospital and go away last night. Mother and her boyfriend are there to look at her love. She was there, and she became angry.
All right. Is he a drinker? Had he been drinking or anything today, or?
Don't know. As far as I know, he hasn't been, but I don't know.
You're not sure? Okay.
Hello?
Hi, we're having a hard time finding your house. What does your house look like?
There's cops here.
There's cops there?
Yeah.
Okay, can I talk to one of them?
Gentlemen in the... Yes, we're good. I'm on the phone with dispatch or 911. I can put you right to her. It's 9922 58th Street. No idea about anybody's location except for her. We came inside and turned off the lights and locked doors because she thought he might be around. You guys are totally fine. No, sir, or no, ma'am. Yes, I was here the whole time. Hello?
Okay, I need to know if they're ready for the fire department to come in.
The fire department? Yes, they're coming in.
The fire department is coming in right now? Okay, I'm going to let you go. Bye-bye.
Fire's on the line. Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Before police arrived, a friend who had been staying at the house arrived back home, not knowing what was going on. Alan kept them in the house for a period of time while police surrounded it. Eventually, he was persuaded to let his daughter and the friend leave the house, which left him barricaded inside alone. Deputies negotiated for a few hours with him, and he talked about a lot of different things, including his unhappiness with his employer, the Pierce County Sheriff's Department. But the main thing he talked about was how his marriage was falling apart and how his in-laws had been negatively influencing his wife against him. Around 10 p.m., deputies near the house heard a muffled gunshot. The Tacoma Police SWAT team went in and found his body, along with several weapons nearby. Monty, the father-in-law, was dead at the scene. Sue was airlifted from the neighbor's property to Seattle's Harborview Medical Center. In spite of sounding alert on the 911 call, she too later died from her injuries. Pendleton, South Carolina. Kiara Sullivan lived in the Englewood Square apartments on Cherry Street in Pendleton with her 2 young daughters. One was 3 years old, and the youngest was 1-year-old Leona Wright. Also living in the apartment was Kiara's boyfriend, Travis Jones. On a Friday night, Travis was left at home to watch the children while Kiara went out to her sister's bachelorette party. She got back home early Saturday morning and was going to check on the children, but Travis said she didn't need to because he had already taken care of them. According to police, the couple woke up later that morning and they noticed the front door open. They also discovered that 1-year-old Leona was missing. That resulted in a lot of panic and chaos, and some of the other apartment residents came over to see what was going on. It was one of those neighbors who called 911.
Anderson County 911, what's the location of your emergency? What's the apartment number?
Building A. Somebody done got a baby. The baby is missing out here. No.
Who's the baby? Who's the child's parent? Let me speak with them.
Hold on.
Hello.
That is not going to help you or nobody else. That's a damn fail.
Hello.
Hello?
Ma'am, what's going on out there? You're saying a baby's
baby
missing
is missing, yes.
Okay,
yes, ma'am, baby is missing. This is all I know. I just live out here. She cannot walk. The baby cannot walk. Ashley Patterson.
What is your name?
Ashley Patterson.
Ashley Patterson?
Yes. I'm on the phone with the police. Hello?
So nobody knows about how long the child's been gone?
No, because she was asleep.
So somebody took the child?
Yes.
Do we know who took the child?
Nobody knows who took the child.
And how old is the child?
Excuse me?
How old is the child?
How old is your baby, Kiara? 1. But she can't walk.
Stay on the phone. Do not hang up with me, okay? Who's the child's mother?
Oh, Kiara Sullivan. It don't make no sense. That's what I said. I think it might be the dude.
So somebody came into the house and took the child.
Oh, my God. Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay, that's why I'm asking. They're coming. I've already got them en route to you, but I need to find out as much information from you as I can, okay?
This Marissa, this somebody else, man. What do you need?
I need to know if somebody walked to the house where the child was asleep and took the child. Was the child awake? What was going on?
The parents are really not saying nothing. They just crying and hollering. I don't know. We just stay out here. She came out hollering saying her baby is gone. She has an older, like a daughter that's, I don't know exactly how old she is, but she looked like she's maybe 3. And she was up, so I don't know exactly what happened. I'm just they hollering and crying, so I asked her to call her baby dad to see if he, picked the child up, but the older little girl here, and she keeps saying if he got the baby, he would have got the older one. So it was just kind of confusing, like, I don't know. It don't make sense.
Well, you've given me more information than the other female did. So what apartment do they live in? What apartment does the mother live in?
Hold on, let me check. Kiara, what apartment you stay in? A what? A as in apple, 10.
Perfect. Okay, and she has another child?
Yeah, she looks like she's about 3. She's trying to say something, but they are taking it out on her because the baby's gone, so it's like she's nervous. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, just go around knocking on doors to see if somebody took her just because she's seen outside or something. Y'all check up under beds, everything. But I'm saying, what if she would have slipped, got hurt? You don't know. Just check. That's what I'm saying. We went down these woods.
So has anybody gone through the apartment yet?
Ma'am.
All right, so no one's been through the apartment altogether yet?
Well, they said they've been checking the apartment. I just told them to check places that you wouldn't even think about checking. They don't know if she fell, got hurt, and not say nothing.
Okay, do you know if the child was asleep, if the child was in the living room?
Well, ma'am, I'm just going to be honest with you because basically they should have been up with these kids. She said she was asleep. When she woke up, that her baby was gone. The older one we're trying to get information out the older one. She keeps saying that she opened the door. The baby cannot walk. She only can crawl. But she's telling somebody else now that when she looked outside, her little sister was by. It's a car right here in the next breezeway complex. That she was right here, but somebody picked her up. So I have no idea. I mean,
so somebody saw the 1-year-old in the next breezeway.
This is what the other little girl, the 3 or 4. I don't know how old she is, but this is what she's saying. But the girl boyfriend that stays with her, he keeps yelling, saying, "Where my baby?" And it's making the baby nervous. So I don't know who should talk to her because it's like her nerves is probably tore up. They out here screaming, and it's not the baby's fault. I mean, y'all are 2 parents.
I know you don't like. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just trying to make it make sense because it's not making sense to me.
I gotcha.
I mean, the police just arrived, but I don't know.
All right. Well, I appreciate you giving me far more information than the other person did. So I thank you for that, okay?
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
This began an intense search and a police investigation. At first, it was thought that perhaps the older sibling, a 3-year-old girl, had opened the front door. But investigators determined that the girl was unable to do that. And it still leaves the fact that the baby could not have walked out on her own. The search continued, but eventually the leads started to dry up. But detectives continued to work on the case, and 5 years after the disappearance, an arrest was made. This is Anderson County Sheriff Chad McBride making the announcement.
The Leona Wright case has been passionately pursued for over 5 years, 4 of which have been under my administration. And under our team, we have assumed responsibility for this case in January of 2017. We've had several dedicated detectives that have worked on this since June 6 of 2015. Recently, this lengthy and thorough investigation yielded sufficient evidence to support the facts of the case to a magistrate to obtain warrants. With a heightened sense of urgency, deputies and detectives were able to effect the arrest of Travis Jones on July 8, 2020, yesterday evening. He is currently at the ACDC awaiting a bond hearing.
Travis Jones, Kiara's boyfriend at the time of the disappearance, was charged with homicide by child abuse. In addition, his older brother, Donnie Roderick Jones, was charged with being an accessory to the crime after Leona's death, and he was also charged with destruction or desecration of human remains. The family and everyone involved with the case were delighted with this development. However, their joy was short-lived. About 18 months later, the charges against those two suspects were dropped. A magistrate overseeing the preliminary hearing found that there was insufficient probable cause to move forward with the case. Baby Leona went missing over 7 years ago, and she has not yet been found. All of the content for What Was That Like, including the exclusive raw audio episodes, is produced and hosted by me, Scott Johnson, from my office and studio here in Safety Harbor, Florida. You can contact me by email or through the website, or by regular mail at P.O. Box 5, Safety Harbor, Florida 34695. When you support the podcast for $5 a month, you get access to all of the raw audio episodes, and you also get all the new regular episodes ad-free. Once again, you can sign up for that at whatwasthatlike.com/support. Stay safe, and I'll see you here in just 1 week with the next regular episode.